And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border.
What we need to do is to always prioritize what we need to do. Did you hear that? What we need to do is to always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border, which would be, lady. Okay, Danny. I'm gonna give you. I want to break this down for the layman. Ask me a tough question.
What are you going to do with the spiraling national debt?
I like yerba mate. It's a delicious drink. That right there looks like you have orange exuberance. It's delicious, isn't it? It's almost like an ecto cooler, but with more caffeine. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel bad. Look at this kid's face. Hey, pull this kid's face up again. That face is exactly how I feel when I hear her words coming out of her mouth while she's not saying anything.
Yeah, she answers questions like when you get in trouble by your girl and you're trying to be like just the most evasive, just she gives the weave. Trump says he does the weave. She's doing the real weave.
This face is so good. You know what he's thinking too. It's like she's literally not answering any question that
he's like, why am I here? Why did I come here?
So this is the state of the of the Democrats. And look at this, Washington Post. The candidate's closing argument is a cliche, blah, blah, blah. Matt Bai says, we've seen plenty of strange firsts in this campaign, but I was still struck at hearing a nominee for president call her opponent a fascist, an actual fascist. And in the first 3 minutes of a town hall, I think I would summarize Kamala Harris' closing argument from the night as, you really need to vote for anybody but Donald Trump, and I'm anybody, right? Do we think that argument landed? This next guy, he says, yeah, she tried to paint Trump as an extreme and dangerous all night. Besides calling Trump a fascist, Harris repeated the line that Trump allegedly had called fallen soldiers suckers and losers. The Atlantic reported that back in September 2020, blah, blah, blah. She goes on, we want to say, Matt says, it's almost as if Trump was an incumbent. We're an incumbent, isn't it? She's trying very hard to make the whole campaign a referendum on him and his fitness, which might be her best argument. But as you point out, Jim, it's not as if voters haven't factored in that point. So I was on Adam Carolla's show, and maybe he wants to wait for his show to come out, but he did say something great. He said, Kamala Harris's campaign is basically, who are you going to vote for, the fascist or potato? Because I'm the potato.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the South Park, though.
Right.
Turd sandwich.
Well, I mean, but Trump, she's just saying he's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Trump is anchovy pizza. Some people don't like it, but it's still pizza and it's still food and you can eat it.
He's not perfect, man, but if they really wanted to beat Trump, the Democratic Party, they should have had a Democratic convention and let the people select the best candidate.
We're past that, I think. Now they have 12 days. She's just like, he's Hitler. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like, I don't care. Don't vote for me, but then you're voting for Hitler. You have your options.
Literally what they're doing.
It would have been funny. I call that the Kang and Kodos.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember Treehouse of Horror when they're like, what are you going to do? It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us. That's basically what she's going on. And then it's funny because Trump is just like, I'll deregulate the energy sector so that prices for transportation come down and your food prices come down with it. And you're like, okay, well, that sounds reasonable. Yeah. What say you, Kamala? And she's like, well, I'm a potato, but at least I'm not a fascist.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh. Well, that may work on some people, but most people, I'd say no.
No. I mean, she has no really good policy stuff. I mean, she comes out with some new things here or there, but he seems to be winning on that front. The only thing she really has that could potentially win her this entire thing is just the abortion thing.
She's 100% guaranteeing or betting on abortion. And the thing is,
and it works though.
Well, it does, but most of the women that are actually like really up in arms about it can't have kids anymore.
That doesn't matter. Yes, that is quite funny and ironic. Yes, but that doesn't matter.
The vast majority of them are like women that have went through menopause
but they have kids
a decade ago.
They
and
might
they're
have
just like,
kids.
Man, my granddaughter really needs to be
Literally,
able to kill
though.
my great granddaughter.
One of the things in her weird answer was, if you've raised kids, how you make mistakes. She's like, she's never raised
kids.
Why did she bring that up?
She has adult stepchildren.
She's like trying to appeal to the people with kids. It's like, dude.
What's crazy is that she's not even good at vamping.
No.
Like if someone was like, hey, buy me time, I'd just start telling a story. Are there any mistakes in your life that you think you've learned from? Like, oh man, let me tell you a story back when I was a kid, right? So I used to work and then I just pick any story of my life and try and just stretch. But she's going, well, I, from a range of, if you're a parent and as vice president, and, it's, I like to research and it's a mistake not to.
I mean, I would almost
that was almost a sentence.
Yeah.
She started to almost say some mistakes, and then her ego took over, and she wouldn't allow for the humility. And she's like,
I mean, her
about like 20 seconds before or 10 seconds before she rapped, you could see just her ego was like, "Don't admit any weakness. Don't admit weakness. They won't vote for you."
She does go on to say, well, one weakness, and some would say it's a strength, is that I'm surrounded by very smart people. And I have very smart people around me. And that's where, let me pull up the Trump War Room post where they compare with Michael Scott, because I don't do it justice. I wonder if, who owns The Office anyway? Are they going to come after us?
Someone powerful.
Someone powerful indeed. Yeah, it was on
Ricky
Netflix,
Gervais
though.
is cool though, but I don't.
All right, here we go. Here's the clip.
Perhaps a weakness, some would say, but I actually think it's a strength.
Well, my weaknesses are actually strengths.
Oh,
Yes. Very good. There you go. Very good.
I really do value having a team of very smart people around me.
I work too hard. I care too much. And sometimes I can be too invested in my job.
Perhaps a weakness, some would say, but I actually.
yeah.
That
That face too. Sour.
What is she doing?
I don't know, but this deserves to be screenshot and retweeted. That face is also a face I would say exemplifies the CNN town hall.
The pain she was feeling thinking about what she was saying.
You know they're making her do it. Like when you give
yeah.
answers like that, you're like, I do not want to be
She
here.
got put there.
Oh,
they're like, you're the only face we got right
It's like Joe Biden last time around. He just got to sit in his basement. Why can't I sit in my basement? Like, why do I have to go do all this stuff?
And like you
China, why don't you go ahead and help me out too?
it's not like
Xi
she could have said
Jinping.
no. I mean, if she's probably like, if I say no to this, it would be the biggest mistake I ever made in my life.
I mean, you're not saying no.
yeah. In those positions, they're like, we need you to run for president. You're like, oh, well, all the money's behind me. The whole thing's already done for me. Okay.
I mean, it just goes to show how bad of a candidate she is, where she's not smoking Trump.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.